for some heavy racing right here on Signature Esports. The Clash of the Giants Interleague Championship to determine the best league in sim racing on the iRacing platform. 3-race event, 75% lengths. It's going to show just who has the pace and has the speed. Each race will have a different car, Xfinity Gen 6 cars, and of course the 2022 Next Generation NASCAR. 20 drivers from each league are going to be competing for the ultimate bragging rights. Chop Shop Racing League and the greatest of all time Racing League are going to be out there ready to put up or shut up. The Clash of the Giants will begin July 16th right here on Signature Esports. And look forward to seeing you out there. Races are race controlled by Amar RC, and we'll see you on the racetrack.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here at Signature Sports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for a little bit of Outcast Racing League action. Sunday afternoon racing right here on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and folks, I tried to tag iRacing on Facebook. So if the old Facebook folks are out there, the game is untaggable right now, and I don't know why. So, you know, it's kind of weird, kind of different. I see U Racing, I see F1 Mobile Racing, but I don't see iRacing as the game. So, yeah, apologies about that to iRacing. I am trying to keep within my my requirements there, so. You know, there's some good things, that's for darn sure. Let's see. Outcast Racing League, Homestead, Miami Speedway, 75 laps for the drivers here as we get ready to rock and roll. So thank you to everybody out there that is tuning in. I will tell you that we're going to have a good race today. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Sean Langton's going to be your pole sitter today. Jonas Gunnarson's going to be the outside pole sitter. Daniel Solo trying to make Daniel Solo try to make his team look pretty darn good out there out front. So those two drivers could be able to make some things work. Andre Salander is going to be out there as well. Number 4 car is going to be the outside of row number 4 teammates to our Gunnarsson Solo duo. So now a trio there for him. Matt Redford in the 71 is going to be there in row number 3. He's going to have Josh Bromfield to his outside. Anthony Garland and Jack Wyborn, they're going to make up row number 4. James Garland and Austin Shappy, row number 5. Al Reed back at the mix. He's going to have Mike Killing back to the outside of him. Let's move on down that starting grid. Good little field for today. Wayne Garland and Frederick Leon. It's going to be out there. Lejeune out there. Fred gave me a message earlier, said he's another day, another race. Absolutely. And he's from Scandinavia, so that's super awesome to see him get out there and make some things work. Christopher's going to be in that 99. He's got Dave Duran to his outside. Tyler Humphrey and Mike Durfee out there as well. And that'll be what it is. Nerds do nerd things. Part of my platform over here. All my cautions brought to you by those fine folks over there. Race information for you here for the Outcast Racing League. 75 laps. Should be about 55% fuel. That's usually what they run. About 3 sets of extra tires, 1 fast repair, 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. So we'll see just what they do as far as that goes. Track temperature is a little spicy, but it'll be all right. We do know that the great thing about Homestead Miami Speedway is that it tends to run on the high side just a little bit. So I'm going to look forward to seeing what these drivers are going to be able to try to provide as far as quality racing, quality entertainment, and all the extra stuff as they get ready to rock and roll. Gunnarsson, Langton, Solo, Salander, Bromfield, and Redford. All of those drivers will be nose to bumper for a little bit. We'll see if anything stretches out. We talk about fuel strategy races being exactly what they are. Well, that's what it is. B&W Gaming, give it a big old good afternoon. How are you doing out there on the old Twitch platform? Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Appreciate everybody doing what you do. Give us likes, give us follows, give us shares. I did get YouTube and Twitch tagged in it, so hopefully it's just a glitch. Hopefully we'll be able to get the iRacing game tagged into it. So I will try to make sure that that happens. If it doesn't, then do apologize again to iRacing. We try to make sure that we take care of everything on our end. So you know, it's what it is. Good to see you all out there. Gonna have some fun. 75 lapper here. Pace car is gonna be in. Front straightaway, very much an oval. Green flag for 75 laps. 00 pushing all the way down to the bottom already. 7's going to have to run up the high side. They went 3 wide before the start-finish line. 7's a little bit free. Daniel Solo, they're 3 wide on the corner of the exit. Holy cow. Sometimes you want to be aggressive. Sometimes you don't. Ford Mustang out there out front. 2 Fords in the mix. Of course, they have the Volvo paint scheme on there, trying to disrupt the look of what's going on the paint scheme. We see a lot of that happening across iRacing. Bill Ford. I think the moment that they added Toyota, I would like to see if they add another manufacturer. I don't know that it would ever be Volvo, but. Curious. Redford ready to go. Redford's been very strong over the last couple of races. We'll look to see what he's going to be able to do. There's Anthony Garland at the 81. Little Wild Aces paint scheme going on his wonderful paint scheme. Wyborn right there at the 62. Little Home Depot action. Dollar General on the front side of that. Bromfield, of course, running the nice simple paint scheme that he's got right there. Always the case. It's always the case. Not a bad deal. Nothing wrong with it. Al Reed in 8th. It has the 7 of Langton, who is your pole sitter. Caution's going to come out here. We'll see what happened. Langton tried to hold on, tried to do a little bit more there. Made it work. But tried to get himself back into a few extra. Try to get those laps back, because that he kind of got sent there on the front. So. They're going to go 3 wide on the start of the race and drop all the way down like that. You might see some door banging. It depends on what happens. Solo's going to be your race leader for the time being. And we'll see what happens on the caution here. I'm not quite sure. Look like 84 sideways there. There he is. It was Wayne Garland. There's Frederick Leon right there. See what happened to Wayne. Wayne, I don't know if he got free. Come on now. I said stop. Let's take a look. LaFar Chase. It's Mike Killing back up there. 84 drops into the corner here. 94 gets down to the bottom. I think maybe... Did Wayne get a little bit free? He did. He got a little bit free, and then the 94 got into the back of him a little bit, and Killingbeck getting a little bit of damage there as well. So, unfortunate, but it does happen. A little spiciness on the corner. Caution. Solo, Gunnarsson, Solander, Redford, Garland, Wyborn. That's going to be your top 6 right now. Front 3 rows on the restart here. Bromfield and Al Reed will make up the 4th row on the restart. Langton, James Garland doing the same thing. A lot of drivers came in on pit 4, on lap 4, maybe to get some fuel, maybe to get a little bit of that damage repaired if they had any. Tyler Humphrey wanted to get a little bit more of his car taken care of. Austin Shappy, the same situation there. Shappy having a new car today. Little Strawberry Moon Zero Gravity. I like it. So we'll see what happens here. Frederick in the 64. Let's get a little Blue Lion Racing on that. I like his paint scheme. His paint scheme's pretty darn slick. Good look going on right there. 6 of 75. We'll go back to Green Flag Racing, I think this time by. And we'll see if Matt Redford as anything for the drivers in front of him. Redford's going to restart at the outside. Gunnarsson, teammate to Solo. Solo's been consistent, but Gunnarsson's got the most wins for the series here. And we'll have to take a look, and I want to take a look at the points here. Sean Langton leads in points, 2 wins for Sean. Al Reed has 285, behind a 333 of Sean Langton. Josh Bromfield 284, Mike Killingbeck 284, Dave Durand, Christopher Mice out there, all tied for 5th. Anthony Garland and Matt Redford, Mike Durfee, Alaric Loathi. Alaric taking the day off. Alaric, hopefully you're having a fantastic day out there as well. I saw that in the Discord. Jonas has a win. Solo has 2 wins. I take that back. I was backwards there. The 33 has a win, and then Solo has 2 wins. Robert Twisku splits those 2 drivers, 11th and 12th for that. Solo in 13th. So we'll see if he can get his 3rd win. Or if he'll possibly burn up the tires here the next Shed Series. We'll see. Teammates 1, 2, 3. Matt Redford, no doubt, will try to put a dampening on that as Redford works to 71 in 4th. Anthony Garland in 5th. Wyborn right back here. The number 62 gets a big run. Huge runs into the corners. Still nothing Still nothing here that it strikes too much damage for anybody, so we're still going to see some good racing. There is James Garland at the number 37. He's a big wrestling fan, so you get to see some of his paint schemes. Reference that. Bromfield in front of Garland. Garland to the outside. Bromfield, I think, dropped down to the bottom. 24 of Dave Duran back here. A little exalted paint scheme. Liking the paint schemes today. Definitely liking the paint schemes. We get everybody tuned in. I know that NASCAR is going on right now, but we'll see. Solo out front by 3/10 of a second over his teammates. Redford picks up the pace right behind, though, as the 4 of Solander driving the 140 on his paint scheme. Hopefully they get that fixed. He's in and out, though. Hold on, we're gonna not stay selected on Andre. I know sometimes blinking is not a lovely situation to have, and we try to make sure that these folks try to keep their stuff. And then we have some of the drivers that are across the pond and have different relatives, different servers that they're playing on, but they're all meeting and server meshing at one spot. Right now, they'll be able to do it. Right now, Wayne Garland trying to be impactful here. Is going to be back there to the back bumper of the 12 of Bromfield. You see the 37 drop low there. Homestead Miami Speedway has about 27 degrees of banking on average. Still huge run. Sean Langton, fastest lap of the race. Matt Redford, fastest lap of the race right behind him. Langton ran a 33.27, and now Sean Langton a 33.25. He's getting faster, and he's a lot faster than the drivers in 1 and 2. Andre able to keep pace as well, so he's doing a pretty darn decent job. We'll see what the line's going to be able to bring. You're not going to see a lot of the drivers run all the way to the white line, and if they do, they're going to scrub a lot of that speed off. They're not going to be able to carry the straightaways as heavy as what you would normally see. We'll go to the mixed cameras here so you can see what's going on. Good run for the 2. Solo, Gunnarsson, Solander, Redford, Don Langton back there as well. It is Matt Redford, Al Reed, and Anthony Garland. Anthony Garland making up some pace, but Sean Langton leads in points. Definitely wants another win as well, so we'll see just how much he's going to be able to make up. He was sent 3 wide there for a moment, and right at the start of the race, even beforehand, I'm surprised. Surprised that would that normally doesn't fly in the rules. You kind of it's a don't pass before the start finish line kind of thing. Hold your lane unless you're there avoiding an accident. And Solo went from basically the 3rd row or the 2nd row and said, I'm gonna just go. He's held on to the lead though. The Lander. Gunnarsson behind. Gunnarsson's had a pretty darn fantastic. Gunnarsson's had a lot of top fives in the series, and has had a pretty darn good race line. For the series, Redford in the corner. Very tough to pass whenever you're in the draft like this, and this is going to be a big factor when it comes to how the tires kind of hold up and how folks are going to be able to hold on. Dave Duran on a different fuel strategy. He's got the 62 of Wyborn in front of him. Al Reed in 8th, trying to pick up some more pace. Little Outcast Racing League action. I like the new banner on the top of his car. 15 of 75. Should run about 25 lap sprints. I do believe that's what they're going to be able to do. Some of the drivers on a different strategy, though, so that might come into play a little later on. Right now, a lot of drivers trying to hold on and not check themselves up. Tyler Humphrey to the bottom side here. Wayne Garland trying to pull off a good pace. Right there is the 62. Quite often in the race, you're going to see some right side clipping when it comes to the way the line runs. So that might be something we see as tire wear becomes a factor. But when the tires are warmed up and heated up, that changes nothing. It's going to be a good race line. Joe Mama, Daniel Solo can speak Braille. That's funny. Parker Hamilton, thank you for following out there on the old Twitch channel. Thank you very much. Joe Mama, I appreciate you. Parker, thank you very much for the follow out there. I don't know who Joe who. Wow. Okay. No, moderators. No. No. Hold on, I gotta fix that. .00 Gunnarsson, Redford to third now as he gets around Solander for a moment. We'll see if that holds up. Shouldn't be anything deleted. Sorry about that. I'm not deleting anything. Moderation tools are kind of doing its thing right now. You shouldn't be timed out at all. A wall tap there for the... It's got a flat tire on the right front. It's going to have to cut the pit road. I mean, they're getting close to green flag pit stops the way it is anyway. I talked about hitting the right side. He's fine. He's not... All right. Sorry about that, folks. His messages shouldn't be deleted. Sorry, Joe. I don't know what happened there. The moderators, the auto mod did its thing whenever I clicked on your name to see who you were. And I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to do any of that. Anywho, Gunnarsson, Solo, Redford, 1, 2, 3. Lander's gonna get his car taken care of. Hopefully he'll be able to get back out there, get some things worked up. A little right side damage can really play a factor. Gunnarsson out front of his teammate now as Solo backs up to second. Gunnarsson's led a ton of laps. Gunnarsson's been really good. Solo's been good. Redford's been good. Everybody's been good. It's a good race. 21 of 75. We'll see what folks are going to be doing here. Tell you what, not very happy with. I can't undo things, and that's kind of frustrating on the moderation tools. I was trying to undo things that were done. So, apologies. Joe is a big fan of Daniel Solo. His comments read, Daniel Solo is going to dominate this race. You taught him everything that he knows. Daniel Solo doesn't wear a watch. He decides what time it is. Daniel Solo can kill 2 stones with it. I can't say that. Sorry. I can't say the C word either. I don't want to get smacked with that stuff. They're compliments, I can see that, but it's not a good thing. Anthony Garland had an issue as well that he crashed on 22. Al Reed to pit road, 24.75. He comes down pit road. Gunnarson's going to be there about 0.8 of a second. Think Daniel might have burnt off a few of his tires. One thing that team has done well is they've been able to roll out and keep other folks from taking over that time since they've been in the series. John Langton back up to 4th, though. He is your pole sitter. Consistently faster than the top 3 at the moment by about 0.02 of a second. But 2 seconds to Matt Redford. Matt Redford going around Daniel Solo here. Redford from the UK. Side-by-side battle for these 2 drivers. Running the corner. Redford's kind of been biding his time here. Solo a little free off the corner there. Jonas Gunnarsson out front now as the 33 continues his leading ways. He's done that quite a bit, folks. Track stats and things that have been going on for the series have been absolutely phenomenal. It's always good to see. Always good to see everybody out there rooting on their favorite folks. Most wins in the series tied between Daniel Solo and Sean Langton. Sean trying to find his pace back again. Langton in 4th. 3.6 was 4 seconds, now 3.6 back as he tries to close in some more of that distance. Gunnarsson 27 of 75. We'll try to hold on for a little bit longer. Got a good lead. Redford 1.3 back is he, and that's something that side-by-side racing does here. Is that allows somebody who's got the straightaway speed to kind of force itself to be in a different lane. The 00 comes to pit road. There is the 7 of Langton, takes over 3rd. Tyler Humphrey in the 94. One of the first drivers that came to pit road is up to 4th under caution, so he came to pit road on lap 4. And he no doubt will take over the lead when some of the other drivers decide they're going to come to pit road. 33 down low here. Redford in that 2nd lane. Gunnarsson will come around and lead another lap. Getting in and out of pit road's difficult. You see pit road entrance right there off the corner of 4. More traditionally, we see a lot of NASCAR drivers take the service road entrance. Hasn't really been too much in the wake of that. Humphrey, Dave Duran, Hillingbeck coming down pit road, so the Marine Corps driver gets in and gets himself on a different schedule. There's Mike in his Buffalo Bills Ford Mustang paint scheme. Always see what 13 fighting the wall right there. He just wall banged it. That's all he did. 33 to pit road. Redford, Langton, Gunnarsson, Humphrey. Wayne Garland, fastest lap of the race, 33.19. Wayne very fast right now. He came to pit road on lap 22 and just runs the fastest lap of the race, so don't count out Wayne. Al Reed, the driver in front of him, as traffic becomes a non-congestive thing. Matt Redford leads this time by. Tyler Humphrey, the 94. There's Wayne Garland going around. So Humphrey would be a race leader if Matt Redford came to pit road. Sean Langton of the number 7 car making it work. So drivers are getting they're making up more ground than I thought. Comes to pit strategy. Usually about 25 laps is what we see here, but it's been a little different. They're running a little bit. Caution's going to come out, and we've got roughly about 5 drivers on the lead lap. Solo, Gunnarsson, Solander, Al Reed, Wayne Garland, all on the lead lap. We'll see what happens. Frederick Lejeune right there. He looked like he got tied off the corner, maybe heavy on the brake here. Into the corner, gas. Ooh, something happened. He ended up turning right. Got sideways. Something happened to his car. Something happened to him. So, I don't know what happened. He had to end up jumping to pits. So something happened there in the car. I'm not quite sure what it was. I don't know if it was in-person mechanical failure or anything like that. So Redford, Tyler Humphrey in. Wyborn's going to be in. Mike's going to be in. Sean Langton comes around. He is on the lead lap. He should be, I believe, your race leader. Jonas will be your lucky dog, so he's going to get a free pass here. Sean Langton, of course, back out front. Matt Redford will come to pit road and take his fuel and tires. As you see the pit crews behind the wall there. Normally, if it was my car, you'd see all the pit crew out there doing all the work. But it is what it is. At least the drivers will be back on the lead lap. Austin Schapp, you'll be looking for a free pass here. He'll still be a lap down when they come back around. So it's all good. He was 2 laps down before. Fred's going to be out of the race. I don't know what happened there. Fred, you're going to have to let me know. Yeah, Joe, I'm sorry about the whole YouTube thing. I don't know what was going on there. I'm sorry. I went to click on your name to see who you were, to look at your profile, because you had all those comments in there, and you know, is what it is. At least you can comment again, so that's what I do like. So apologies about that. Redford right there. Langton's going to come into pit road one more time. I wonder if there's something going on with the car. Maybe he wants to do something different here. I mean, he's only going to find himself back to 5th. So if he's coming to pit road, he's going to put himself on a fuel strategy a little heavier than everybody else. I don't know if he had any tire situations there that he needed to work on. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and take tires. Redford, your race leader. Got 4 fresh ones and some Sunoco fuel. Durfee's going to be right there in that 13. Wyborn to the 62, then Tyler Humphrey. Gunnarson's going to be back on the lead lap. He'll be one of the first cars there to see that. So Langton, when he comes back out, will be in 5th. Gunnarsson will be in 6th based on the strategy that works there. Maybe we'll see. Sean Langton trying to get some stuff taken care of. I'm not quite sure if he's getting his. He is. He was getting a little damage repaired, I do believe. All right, Redford, your race leader. They're going to back to it, folks. Boy, howdy. I was trying to pull up the league stats, actually. That's what I was doing. I was doing a lot of things in the middle of all that, and the caution comes out, and somebody had an issue with their car there. It's just not good. Not good. All right, let's see. Sean Langton, average start 7th, average finish 4th. 2 wins. Let's see. I was looking at the 33 stats because I think I can look at how many. I was looking at how many laps led and all that stuff. Because the 33 has been super quick. Gunnarsson, here he is. Excuse me. Gunnarson's average finish. His average start is 7th. His average finish is 5th. His teammate Daniel, average start 9th. Average finish third. He's off 7 for points, though, somewhere. I'm not quite sure what this was. Not sure. I'm trying to figure out what the season stats were as far as laps led and stuff like that. iRacing's season scoring has been different. I don't know. All good. Wanted to look at the team. Redford's been fast, too. All right, Redford's not somebody that would shy away from a good race. Redford out front. Wyborn gets a good run. Gunnarsson and Solo trying to run to the outside. 37 right there as well. The 99 of Christopher finds himself a lap down at the moment. 33 to the bottom. 37 almost to the back bumper of the 33 there. 99 up next to the wall. All over the back bumper of the 99 back there. 33 able to clear the 37. Cars seemed a little bit tight right here on the tires that they are. Mike drops back to 6th as he restarted second. Sean Langton back in the mix as well. So your pole sitter trying to work his way back to the front to get his 3rd win of the season. Redford right there as well. Wyborn in 3rd as that Toyota works. So Chevy, Toyota, Chevy, Ford. Gunnarsson first Ford. Durfee right behind him. Al Reed and a Chevy right behind him. Al Reed running a mid-high line right there. Trying to clear the 13. Couldn't do it. 13 had that mid-second lane. Couldn't check up into him. We'll see how Reed dropping to the bottom here. Pull some of that pace out. Sean Langton, fastest lap of the race last time by. 33.14. As the 1.9 no longer stands. Matt Redford to be under fire. So Chevy, Toyota again. Wyborn back here as well. Quarter second separates Redford and Langton. Matt Redford was really good on the long run there. He did find his groove, that's for sure. Langton from 3 wide, dropping 7 spots. Now he's back up. Battling for the lead with Redford here. So he'll drop into the corner. Redford will run the second lane. They'll be side by side here. Sean Langton and the number 7 is to clear. Not quite clear yet. Gonna have to use a little bit of a push run. There it is. He pushes up just a little bit on the racetrack to try to find caution. Comes out as Mike Killingbeck involved. And we'll take a look. You got the 4 of Andre Solander in front. There's the 84, and there's Mike Killingbeck, and then the 24 of Dave Duran right there, right behind Josh Bromfield. See what happens here. 24 pushed it 3 wide on him. And then nowhere for Killingbeck to go. Shappy able to avoid until Wayne gets into Shappy there. Austin Shappy misses the big one, and then all of a sudden, Wayne's the innocent bystander, got sandwiched up high. 24, Dave Duran put the 70 there, and then 84 into the 45. They were trying to slow down, but 45 got the ball out of the stick there. Langton the pit road. Redford's back in as well. 42 of 75. And based on pit strategy, if they roll just right, might see some of the drivers be able to do what they do. Here's the pit strategy. 32 laps for Redford and Wyborn. So maybe a final pit stop for a lot of the drivers.
Posh for the cause. Thank you to Nerds Doing Nerd Things. They're absolutely fantastic and one of the best that you can see out there. Go find them on Spotify or Google Podcast. Also, big special event coming up next Saturday. It's going to be an interleague event. I do believe Outcast is trying to put one together as well, an endurance race for them. So we'll see. We'll wait for more details on that one. But this next Saturday, the Chop Shop Racing series and the Greatest of All Time Racing series are going to be back for some fun. Outcast Racing League back at it again next weekend. They're going to have some fun. Their schedule's getting close to winding down. And starting to kind of heat up on points because if some of these drivers start working towards, because this is a straight points, there's no real playoffs, so it's all points to the end. So Sean Langton's doing a really good job of not only having the 2 wins, but he's been able to have the points for it. Schedule looks as such. So you've got Homestead, and they're going to be off next week, so apologies. They're going to be off the 17th, but they'll be back on the 24th for Talladega, then Watkins Glen, then Michigan, and Atlanta. So we're going to have 4 more races after this one to tie up a championship. It's going to be crazy. Hey, good view of what these folks like to do. All right. Redford, Wyborn, Humphrey, Langton, Gunnarsson. It's going to be your top 5. Solo's going to be there as well. Reed in 7th, Bromfield in 8th. Then Anthony Garland, Durand, Solanders. Solanders a little fast early, so we'll see if he's going to be able to try to make up some of that ground. We'll see if he will be able to do just what everybody else is doing. Gunnarsson right there in the 33. Very fast, led a ton of laps. Was under pressure from Matt Redford for a moment, so we'll see what happens. Sean Langton looking to try to put himself back out front once again. Went ahead and came in and took a fuel stop there. Humphrey came in, got some damage repaired. He came out on 32. So that'll be where he is at. 41 for Sean Langton. He's going to be in 3rd. Fuel's the big one. I think tires might save a set of tires for later on, but fuel's going to be the big one. Redford out front. The Daniel Solo came in for tires and fuel on 41, so he might have a little extra space, a little extra pace here. Side by side, where the Barney Flag man gives him big love. Green flag waves again. All right, I'm taking a vocal break. These guys are going to get at it. They're going to pitter patter. Let's get at her. There's 84 on pit road. Oh, come on now. Switch to the drivers. There it is. 33-3-12. Big moves. Big look for the drivers. Matt Redford out front. Sean Langton trying to close the pace down here. 3/4 of a second. Daniel Solo behind. Right where he started in third. And the tires might play a factor here. 23 laps to go here in the race. Gunderson got himself around a few drivers. Is now having to try to pick up some of that pace himself. As right now 1.1 seconds separate third to the lead. And 2.2 for Gunderson. Bromfield in the mix, 2.6 back. So Lander gets himself around as well. Finds Anthony Garland right behind him. So far, some big moves. Everybody's pretty much single file for the moment. Daniel Solo got within 1.1 on the straightaways and now finds Sean Langton in front of him. Langton maybe trying to save a little bit here. Gets into the corner, second lane for him. Hugs the bottom line. That's something that we don't normally see at Homestead. You don't normally see the bottom line running. Usually about the second lane. As they roll the corner, 1 second back, 1.5 now is Redford, who is starting to extend that pace that he has. 33.77 on his last lap. We'll see this time by what he runs. 33.8. Everybody else just right at 34. Gunderson, fastest driver out there, 33.63. Catching the pace of the drivers in front of him. So he is starting to find more and more of that line for himself. Josh Bromfield doing the same. His last lap. 33.71, better than the drivers in front of him, other than Gunderson. Gunderson pulling away just a little bit. Bottom line for him as a 00 runs the high line, trying to close some more of that pace down. His teammate right behind him. Gunderson better on the iRating by 41 over his teammate, but that doesn't mean anything. iRating's just a number, I think. Side by side they go. 33 tracking him down, trying to get a second win of the season. Be one of three drivers that do that. Bromfield right behind. Lander right there side by side with the 81. 81-4. Andre gets himself in a good line. Runs the natural line. It's going to be able to have the 81 to the bottom side. 81 gets a little free on the corner. Not able to clear. It's pinching down on the bottom. That's what happens if you run all the way to that white line. It's going to free these cars up. Matt Redford out by 1.5 over Gunderson. Jonas got around Sean Langton there. And now that's the pace. Josh Bromfield in the 12. He's got pace as well. He's still able to find some extra room. Jonas Gunderson out there. James Garland having an issue. He is upside down, inside out right here. Hopefully he's going to be able to get himself rolling forward. Caution. Something's up with that car. Sean Langton involved in something there. Anthony Garland involved as well. So James is off the racing surface. We'll see what happened to him prior to that happening. And iRacing throwing cautions. He was off the racing surface. I think he tapped the wall, and then no caution came out there, but nobody around. Surprised that the caution didn't come out with him doing that with iRacing throwing cautions. Let's see. I think he got tied off the corner. Or chased this one. 45 of Austin Shappy up high. He did. He got tied off the corner. And nobody else behind him. So iRacing didn't see him in the traffic. It's a little crazy to see. And then Daniel Solo had an issue here. We'll see what happened. Oh. I think Sean got free. That's what happened. Sean Langton right there might have gotten free. We'll see right here. There's Sean. We'll far chase this one too. He is. He just free. Snappy. He just got snappy free. Got into the 0-0 there. And then Anthony Garland goes around. And I think that caution would have gotten thrown anyway. But it's unfortunate stuff going on right there. Pretty much everybody to pit road now. Jonas Gunnarson's going to be the race leader. He leaves pit road with new tires and fuel. Bromfield as well. Matt Redford there. Tyler Humphrey right behind. Andre doing the same thing. Al Reed's going to be in 6th here. Dave Duran of the 24 rolling. There's the 37 of James Garland. Looks to be a lap down now. Unfortunate on those circumstances for that. Christopher should have been looking for a free pass. He is going to be looking for a free pass, so he'll get back on the lead lap at least. And James will be 2 laps down. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Fourth caution of the race, 14 laps to go. We'll have a little shootout to the end here. We see some good moves. Cheering on, what's going on, Dan's? Cheering on Wyborn. Yeah, he's right where he started. He's in 8th. Good to see everybody out there. Much love to you. Outcast Racing League. Getting some good laps in. It's been a good race. It's been a solid race. This is a fast running track, and no doubt does take a lot of skill to drive. And these drivers are doing a pretty decent job figuring it out, trying to run around each other. Seeing some good feats. Gunnarsson, your race leader. Bromfield, Redford, Tyler Humphrey, and then Andre Salander out there in that 5th spot. Pole sitter Sean Langton back to 9th again. It's about where I think that's where he fell back to early on. We shall see. We're going to see what's going to happen. You never know. Be back to double file. Gunnarsson will use the outside lane. Bromfield will be there to the inside. Pace car will be at a on the back straightaway. So we're going to be into 3 and 4. Pace car will dive off on 4, and then it'll be all about the drivers. Where are they going to go? What are they going to do? How are they going to do it? Good look, good view. Redford ready to go. Tyler Humphrey up there as well. Matt Redford, very clean driver. And he's one of those drivers that gets out there and runs league races more than he does officials. And that's something that we've seen a lot with a lot of drivers. All right, we're going. Overhead look, little drone camera action. Humphrey in 2nd here. Bromfield back to the inside. Tyler Humphrey will have the 71 right behind him. These things can bump draft a little bit. But the more these drivers are side by side, the more that Gunnarsson can just run a natural line. It does sound like folks are hitting the wall back here a little bit. Stavin trying to get around the 62 of Wyborn here. Sean Langton driving the natural line down there. Wyborn right there, the 62, 00 trying to clear as well. Stavin goes around the 3, 62 following suit. And 24 up high. Dave Duran right there. Matt Redford back to 5th here. As Josh Bromfield tries to track down Gunnarsson, the 4 to the inside of the 94. Redford has about 10 laps to make his move here. And the 4 almost pinching down. Braking zone, not exactly what you would normally see. 71.94. Little clear action here. 10 laps to go. Gunnarsson under fire from the 12. Nine to go. Race line heating up. John Langton runs the fastest lap of the race, 32.96. And found his speed again. He tries to get around a few drivers here side by side with the 71 of the 7. He's ready to go. Stalander to 3rd here. Gunnarsson to 2nd as Bromfield makes the pass. Josh has been looking for a good race for a while now as Bromfield drops into the corner. Gunnarsson's going to run that side by side with him. 33, little check up there. Maybe a crossover coming up. We'll see what happens over the next 8 laps. As Andre finds 3rd, Tyler Humphrey in 4th, Redford in 5th, Sean Langton after running that very fast lap is going to have to find a little bit more pace. Matt Redford in 5th. Gunnarsson, I talk about him, and I give him huge kudos and a lot of compliments because he's led a ton of laps and he finds himself inside the top 3 week after week, and it's been just very consistent. Sometimes you don't have to have all the wins in the world, but if you have a consistent race line and you can drive yourself around this racetrack and find good pace, and that's exactly what we see. So big kudos and compliments to the Ford of Jonas Gunnarsson here. Josh Bromfield in a Ford as well. So Fords make up 1, 2. Chevy in 3rd, 4th and 5th. John Langton, first Toyota in the field, right behind Matt Redford. Redford trying to go around the 94 side by side on corner exit. 94 right there in the mix is going to pull the draft, little side draft action. You see how close the 71 gets to the 94. He's going to drop into the corner here. Gets himself a good run, maybe a little free off the corner. We'll see a little slide job action, full send. 71, 5 laps to go. Trying to track down the Ford now as the Ford tracks down his teammate, 33 of Jonas Gunnarsson, trying to make it interesting here towards the end of the race. As Bromfield has clean air. 33 back to the inside, or trying to go back to the inside. Going to run the high side. 12 drives straight in the corner here. Gunnarsson, second lane, trying to make it natural here as Matt Redford tries to apply some more pressure, make it 4 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line. Josh Bromfield breaking the draft line here and trying to make Gunnarsson pass him on the outside. 12 into the corner, 33, big hit of steam. 12 up the race line, 33 has the drive line. Bromfield 4 laps to go. Gunnarsson will have to pull a low-line crossover if he's going to try to make this work for himself. Bromfield still second lane driving here into the corner. Three laps to go. Redford catching pace. Langton doing the same thing. Solo. As Tyler Humphrey there as well. The battle for fourth looks like that. Humphrey and Solo side by side. Solo trying to run the bottom lane. Bromfield still holding on. 0.3 of a second. Quarter second now is the 33 rolls the corner. Matt Redford to the bottom. For natural line, trying to close the gap to his teammate. Maybe take that spot away. We'll see. Bromfield, Gunnarsson, Salander, Redford, Langton. That's going to be your top 5. Langton, your pole sitter, trying to work his way, but he had the lead for a moment. And then cautions and pit strategy kind of worked in that line. White flag waves. The final lap as Gunnarsson has one last ditch effort here. Bromfield needs to force the issue. Make him run the corner. Make him run into the line. Bromfield to the bottom. 33 of Gunnarsson. Looking to have the drive line off. He's going to have the pace, have the speed. Does Bromfield have enough on quarter exit? Well, he's going to have it. He's going to have it by about a quarter second. Josh Bromfield gets his win. Gunnarsson, Salander, second and third. As Josh Bromfield finally puts one back in the win column. Bromfield wasn't the guy I would have pegged to win it, but I tell you what, he's been deserving. And Josh has really, really turned on some pace as of late, and now he's figured it out, made it work. Great job, Jakeem. Thank you for subscribing out there. George, thank you for the like out there as well. Mr. Vansquick, thank you for liking the stream. Much love to you. Appreciate everybody out there for the likes, the follows, and all that stuff out there. And sub it on YouTube, sub it on the rest of the platforms. You're all the killer. Thank you so much to what you do. Man, oh man, Bromfield getting it. Ready to celebrate, that's for darn sure. All right. Just replying to some stuff out there. Race information. All done. Josh Bromfield gets the race win here. Jonas Gunnarsson is going to be second. Andre Salander, the number 4, gets that third spot in there. Matt Redford finishes in 4th and 5th. Daniel made a rebound there, and I thought Daniel was going to have a big run there at the end. After that contact between he and Langton. Langton getting free, of course. In front of him. But I tell you what, they made good rebounds and nice drive off for the drivers, so that'll help in points. Tyler Humphrey in 7th, Durand in 8th, Durfee in 9th, Al Reed finishes in 10th, Wyborn, Christopher, James, Austin, Mike, Anthony, Wayne, and then Frederick had an issue earlier. I don't know what happened to Fred, but I'm going to message him on Facebook and figure out what happened there, because man, oh man, he had a... I think he I know he's new to iRacing, but I think he just had an issue. I think something happened to his system, or something happened in the middle of that. So no bueno, man. No bueno for him. Let's talk to this guy. Josh Bromfield's going to be your race winner here, and he does so in style. Congratulations. I didn't peg you here, but you proved that that number 12 belongs up front once again. Walk me through how this race went for you.
Well, I was kind of unsure. I didn't know really which line to run. And as the race went on, I started feeling more comfortable running down low and just kind of found my braking points. And there at the end, I was able to get up front, and I thought he was going to get around me, but I kept saying I'd give him the outside the whole time. And it paid off in the end, I guess.
Well, I was actually calling it that way. I was like, well, you're going to drive the bottom line. You're going to force him to have to drive around you. He never really got the run to be able to do that, and you were utilizing it just enough for the racetrack to keep him at bay. Tire wear after these tires get heated up in these next gen cars, it seemingly shows just how much it can hold a line, especially at a track like Homestead, but it can also go to show that sometimes running a natural line can wear your tires just as fast as anything else.
Yeah, definitely. I think the high line saved the tires a little bit, but the bottom line was a lot faster. And it boiled down to braking points and being able to break in, and I think that helped saved. But either way, it felt like you turned the steering wheel the whole way, all the way to the left as far as you can, almost every turn. at Homestead. So
Well, it worked out, worked in everybody's favor. It was a great race overall. And I tell you what, that team that has come in and kind of put a damper on everybody, they're trying to lead every lap. And you guys are having to real step up with Wild Aces.
yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy the racing. A lot of good racers that's up in the front every week. Um, Wild Aces, we worked on practicing a little bit this week, which we hadn't been doing, so that's been nice. And really, I mean, it's a team effort. Unfortunate for the other guys, had some mishaps, but as a team, I think we go get stronger and hopefully be up at the front more.
Well, you were third in points coming in without a win. Now you've got the win, and that's going to bump you up to at least second in points, right behind Mr. Langton. So that's a good step in the right direction. I'm gonna tell you what, you all made it work, and it was a good time. It's good to see you and Gunnarsson get at it. I know that you and Solo had good runs side by side there for a little while. I watched you battle with. I mean, you had good side by side racing pretty much with everybody.
Yeah, like I say, there's a bunch of good guys in this league, which allows for side by side racing. Gunnarsson, heck of a job. I mean, there's times he probably could have bumped me, spun me. I think last week I got bumped and spun out in third place. But overall, it's a good group of guys, and everybody races clean. And I think I had 0x on my incident points till there at the end when Pool Boy ran into me. But but that's all right.
Yeah, it was always a ton of fun. Josh, always a pleasure to talk to you. Finally get to see you in the win column again. And from last season to this season now I think there's going to be some direction going forward. My man, give you a shout out. It's your time.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank my team, Wild Aces Racing. Without them, I don't think any of us would be as good. I'd also like to put a shout out for Anthony. He was going through some medical issues last week. Was in the hospital and still being able to get everything together. I know Al Reed had a little sticker on the back of his car, and just happy to see him getting better. And actually, next weekend I'll be going up to New Hampshire and hanging out with him and Wayne and the team I run with, and hopefully see some of the other guys at the NASCAR race.
It's going to be a ton of fun. I saw that in there. That's the reason why they're taking off next week, folks. They're going to be at a race next week. Josh, it's always a pleasure, man. I look forward to seeing what you guys do when you get back at Talladega, and we'll see you then, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you for everything you do as well.
Always, Josh Bromfield, your race winner, the number 12, brings it home, and now I've got to get him a paint scheme because that's what I've got to do. He needs a paint scheme on the Ford. It's a real deal. Coming at you, man. See you, man. The man himself. Let's talk to the 33, though. Mr. Jonas Gunnarsson has been consistently fast all across this series since he's gotten in here, and I've been tooting your horn all race long. Yeah, you either are going to win the race or you're going to finish inside the top 3, and I think I'm going to be talking to you each and every week because you've been just stinking fast, man. Walk me through this race. I know you had an opportunity there, a couple laps to go, and just making it stick out of 3 and 4. I think that was where I think you found your best speed.
Yeah, man. What can I say? I was so self-secure that I'm gonna win this race. The tires felt great all the time, and man, those last laps, I tried my best. Couldn't get him.
I'll tell you what, that's all that matters. And some people say that clean air makes you faster, of course, but maybe it was some of the dirty air. We know that the dirty air physics here work against cars. He said he was like, I was going to give him the high line. If he was going to pass me, he was going to pass me there. And I kind of called it that way too. It seemed like he was going to run the bottom lane and make you pass him on the outside. Was there just not enough speed to be able to run that high line into that second lane to try to take that away?
Yeah, I don't know. I've passed people on the outside before, and the dirty air was no problem. I was happy being in second place and getting the draft and saving my tires to the last 5 laps. I don't know why I didn't pass him. I did a mistake. 3 laps to go. I don't know if I overheated my tires there.
It's possible. It's possible. You looked clean and you looked fast. That's all that matters. My man, we're gonna keep talking to you. I expect top fives and top threes out of you because you've just been fast. I know your team's fast. You guys work together really well, and it's always a pleasure to see what you guys are doing out there. You got fans out there. They're chatting you up and cheering you on. So I'm always appreciative of that as well. Jonas, I thank you very much. Give your shout outs,
Yeah,
man. It's your time.
yeah. Shout out to NHR, Alcantech, SimLab, Almetech. Yeah, and to this league, to the organizers, and to you. Thank you very much.
Always, man. We'll see you. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. You're gonna win Talladega. I just see it.
I hope so. Thank you.
You too. Jonas Gunnarsson, your second place finisher, does a great job. Not to be taken back, Andres. It's Salander. Tell me I'm saying that correct.
Yeah, Andre Selander. You can pronounce it a little bit more American.
Hey, I am very American, but I want to make sure I say it correctly. You know, I don't want to insult anybody. That's for sure.
It's okay.
But tell me about this race. You had you were back and forth. I know there's a little incident that happened about midway through the race, but able to rebound, get yourself back up there, be fast and consistent. I think that was one of the biggest things about this racetrack is consistency ruled the roost, and you were able to do that.
Yeah, the whole team was very quick today, and I would say, yeah, at that point when me, Jonas, and Solo was leading, and we had Matthew close to us, I wanted to push with those guys, but I unfortunately lost my rear end coming out of turn 2, which I damaged the car and then needed a fast repair and ended up a lap behind. But then it was a good recovery drive and just make sure to keep it a clean car after that.
Keeping it clean is it's sometimes easier said than done. You want to make that aggressive pass and you want to make that move, and then you see something going in front of you, which I kind of get nervous with whenever I'm in the simulator. You kind of want to make, you're like, all right, I've used my fast repair. There's still 30 or 40 laps left. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I want to make it. I want to get down there. What keeps you from having that quote unquote full sin moment and saying, you know what, I don't care, let's go?
No, it's a little bit more, I would say, to choose which guy you're driving hard against. You can sort of read how and starting to learn how people drive in this league, and you know that okay, this guy is going to give me space and have a good race awareness compared to other guys that you have to give a little bit extra space or can be a little bit rougher. And just to make sure to do the right choices and make good choices during a race, and you will come really far.
Sounds like real life racing.
Yeah.
Andrea, it's always a pleasure to talk to you guys after the race. Congratulations on a P3 finish here. A couple of weeks we're going to go to Talladega, so you're going to have that super speedway love in these next gen cars, which I actually like because I think they give a little bit more attrition to the cars. But your time to shine, man. Give your shout outs. You got a good team out there and you guys are doing really good things.
Oh, thank you, man. I really like the whole league and my team and everything around this. The guys are really nice, so you're doing a great job.
Hey, you know what? You keep doing a good job, and you're going to get back out there and that. Maybe it'll be your team 1, 2, 3 next week. I see, or not next week, but in 2 weeks, because I see your team doing great things. That's you got two big teams here, Wild Aces and your guys' team. I think that's the big competition here. Where does it go?
Yeah, we will see. Only time will tell.
That's right. Four races left in the season, and we look forward to seeing what's going to happen. Andre, we'll see you in the next one, my man. Congratulations. Anyone else you want to thank? Thank you for thanking me, but I'm sure you got people out there watching for you.
Yeah, of course. I want to thank my whole team, like both Jonas and Solo, which I'm driving with, the Alcantech with our sponsors, iRacing and SimLab, but also like our team boss, Nick and Alex, back in Alcantech.
Always a pleasure, Andre. We're gonna see you next week, or not next week, in 2 weeks, but we'll keep our eye out for you. Maybe you pull that Chevy to the front.
Yeah, hopefully. See you.
See ya. That's the number 4. He comes home in third, but I like talking to him, folks, because you get a ton of insight and you get a whole lot of a lot of information from them after the race, because I can only see it from my point of view. And my point of view sometimes is, hey, that car got snappy loose. My way of looking and thinking isn't always the case. Isn't always the right case. So, but much love to everybody. Thank you to everybody tuning in. We'll be back here in a couple hours, and we'll get everybody rocking and rolling for the No Toad Racing League. That's going to be a ton of fun. And we're going to be live on our platform and their platform as well. I'm going to figure out what's going on with Facebook as well, because I should be able to tag the game, but it's not letting me do it. Hopefully the race looked great for you. If you do like it, make sure you hit the like, follow, and subscribe buttons out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Have the opportunities to be able to do more and more of this, and I'm just enjoying it. It's going to be fun. Appreciate you. We'll see you in the next one.